Is it testing, testing? Is it recording? Ah, damn. I should have stuck with podcasting instead of trying to do some YouTube. Because this is just so much easier there's less stress. There's less, oh my God, I'm looking at my face. I'm looking at myself. Did I wash my face before I got on camera? What did I do before camera? But I'm excited. I'm giving this a run. I'll be hopefully doing this journey with someone, but it's also distracting because I'm definitely on my phone. Good morning. Hope all is well. I'm excited to be doing this out in nature. I'm excited to do this with a friend. Again, I'm just testing this out. It is April 4th, 2024. 444 2248. So 4. So 444. Ha! I'm doing the absolute most. I'm trying to figure out the sound. I'm not okay. So I definitely took it before I team up with somebody. I am thankful because I was telling him this entire set I almost gave it away. Not like I tried to sell it. I was literally gonna put that shit on the side somewhere in the apartment and have someone else have this entire kit for free because it was starting to collect some motherfucking dust. And it was one of those things where you have so many dreams. When I first got this kit, I wanted to create almost like an all black women podcast, just us talking. I got two to start off so I could find somebody that I am comfortable enough to talk to. And this is no shade to nobody. But it takes a level of open mindedness, a level of maturity, and a level of understanding. Again, the first part is open mindedness to deal with me. I am a very open minded person. I am the type of person, if you told me the sky is purple, I would be like, oh, okay, what time is it? Is it almost like 6:30? Is the sun going down? Like, I will listen to you. Because there are times when there's a shade of purple that some people just can't see. Be open mind. Be open to the rainbow. I ain't saying be gay out here. I said be open to the rainbow. Because if you Google sometimes, they said double rainbows means, a little bit into that spiritual world. So be open. Be open to maybe, that Bible they told y'all. Sorry, I was born Catholic. But that Bible they told y'all, be open to the fact that it's a storybook. I don't want to be disrespectful. I might lose some people here. Let me put applause for the people that I might lose. Let me do this one more time. Okay, I'll try to work on doing it longer. This is no disrespect. This is just the way I've seen the world since I was like, I don't know, 7, 8. 7, 8. And I think podcasting is so much more comfortable. And I think, honestly, I made a video on YouTube of like, why am I being lied to all my life? And I had to stop and think, when did my life really got shattered? And my life got shattered when, during Carnival, because Chance the Rapper apparently lost his wife for some bullshit during Carnival. But people like to let loose. Music is one of that most freeing motherfucking shit out there. Freeing as a motherfucking bird. Black bird. And when you're dancing and you're like loose, it's one of the most amazing feelings in the world. And as a young child, you know that. You dance, you move. And when your life gets crumbled by an older gentleman trying to grope you or touch you at a very young age, before the age of 6 or 8, who tries to touch you and then they lie. Imagine a 6-year-old, 5, 6-year-old life crumble when they realize adults lie. They will take advantage of you. They will cross boundaries and then lie. Lie. Now imagine as a young child, someone trying to inappropriately touch you. They react in a way that wasn't welcoming for them. Lie to the people around you. And as a little child who was told to always tell the truth, born in a Catholic church, looking at these motherfuckers go to church every goddamn Sunday and lie. Lie. So when did my world crumble? Probably around the age of 6. And what makes the lie even worse is that you tell your mother the truth and she doesn't believe you. What makes the lie even worse? You tell your mother the truth and she does not believe you. Imagine 6-year-old child being inappropriately touched during carnival and you realize the world around you is a lie. That carnival, someone was dressed as a big ass baby, bottle, diaper and all, a grown ass man. And I'll never forget as a child looking at that man, like, why the fuck would you grow up and dress like a baby? I remember that carnival, I wanted cotton candy. My mother refused to give me all that fucking sugar. Do you know how pissed I was as a little child? I mean, all I want is sugar. The world lies. I'm watching the Symphonics or whatever fix. Did the Cure become a cult? All religion to me is a cult. I went to America at the age of 9 after my mother passed away. So you see, my storyline is kind of short. At the age of 9, I went to America after my mother passed away. And the one thing I have to honestly say for any child that speaks a different language, there's a level of a mask that you learn to put on to anybody that speaks a different language. There's a level of mask you learn to put on because your brain works so quickly to decipher English to French, French to English, Spanish to English, Spanish, French, German, English, whatever language you speak. And I say that because I'm from a Caribbean island, and this soft-spoken voice is not my voice. This is my Americanized voice. This is the voice I present when I go outside. Because if you really hear my car, and it's like 6 o'clock in the morning, y'all. I'm lying, it's 5 o'clock. But if you hear my actual Caribbean accent, you won't be able to recognize one fucking thing I'm saying on this. Not a thing. I'll be going so fast, you'll be like, bitch, what language you speaking? This is the American voice that my 9-year-old had to adapt, because no one understood me at 9 in America. Losing her mother, no father, in a world where people lie, where people hate my black skin, where people hate my hair, my lips, my eyes, my features at 9. Where I grew up on an island where I was accepted because everybody looked like me. I didn't question not one of my features. When I was growing up in an island, I was questioning, why is it that I'm different because I'm a female, but I look just like my male counterpart? The only difference between my male and my female friends, one has a vagina, one has a dick. One will grow up with more breast fat than the other, depending on how the man wants to treat himself. But at the end of the day, growing up on a small island, my man looked just like me. He was black with nappy hair. And when I come to America and there's just this mix of all types of shit, we all on one little country trying to survive. There's all this separation. There's this divide. I'm better than you. I have more money. I can do this. I can do that. And with all that money, I can exploit and take everything from you. America taught me it's a lie. So when I say there's a sort of mask that people with different languages might do, I remember when I first came to America and I listened to the Pledge of Allegiance. I was like, that sounds just like America. I mean, just like Dominica. America pledge that I need to say to the flag sounded just like the pledge I needed to say to my Dominica flag. And do you guys know? Do you want to know what I did as a child in America? I wasn't pledging to the flag. That's when my brain really started to understand the unconscious. I wasn't pledging to the flag. And this is when, during COVID, during the pandemic, when I had to sit down and realize they want our brain. They can't have what's in this mind. No matter what drugs and shit that you want to do, especially once one is aligned to their higher self, there are certain things these people would love to access. The fact that I can proudly say, bitch, it ain't a fact. You can hone the things inside of you so you can predict your own future. You can see what the universe is trying to protect you from. That when the universe last year was showing me all this shit with the Jews, with the spiritual warfare, with the identity trap, with the nutrition, with the climate change, that was in decades of the making. But when the universe sent me little things here and there, and I pick it up through books that are free, I am prepared. Because God told me since last year we were going to go to war with this. Since last year, God told me. He told me, sit down, girl, read your books and don't worry. That's what God told me. Sit down, girl, read them books and don't worry. I have been fighting since the age of 5/6 to understand the world of lies. I told my religion teacher, I don't need this religion to understand the world. Teach me math. Teach me geometry. Teach me algebra. Teach me trigonometry. Let me understand the unhidden truth of this world. Religion, that separates, that divides, that makes people sin. Math keeps us on a path of righteousness because we want to find that right answer. We want to keep solving that problem till we go, aha! That's what I was looking for. So when my world crumbled at a young age of the lies, and I came to America, and I had to start pledging to a flag that said, God bless America. Sorry, when I was saying those words out loud, in my mind, my higher consciousness, while I love the American flag, while I understand I'm not a CIA spy, I am not a Dominican spy, I ain't a spy, but sometimes I really think, when Chinese people come over here, when Ukrainians, Afghanistan, whatever you're from, come to America for a better life, when you pledge to that flag, do you remember your flag? Do you remember your plan? Do you remember where you came from? Because for me, I said I will protect my island. We are resilient. We are resilient. We are resistant. I am going to, no matter what. While I pledge the United States, I am from a small Caribbean island that shaped me, that made me, that molded me, the soil that I came from. But when I go back to my roots is Africa. Africa made me. Africa. So to the land of who do I pledge for? I pledge for unity. I pledge for one world. I pledge for peace. I pledge for love. I pledge that I almost gave up. There are many, many times and many, many scars that are on my body, from piercings to tattoos to when I was ready to give up. So this is my intro. This is a little bit about me. I can't wait to see where this podcast takes us. This is my first recording of the first mic, of the first headphones to make sure everything works. Thank you for listening. There'll be a part 2. Thank you for listening.
I like to be educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my